50 years.
50 years.
Together. Every day.
Every day.
I immigrated to the United States to join my family 50 years ago. That's half a century.
Realizing that I just turned a half a century, it's just overwhelming at times.
It's several generations in that 50 years. It is a long time. But then, in retrospect, it's sort of a blip. It's a moment.
We looked up one morning. Our kids were grown. The house was
Looked
paid
up
for.
another morning. We got grandkids.
We start feeling aches and pains. So 50 years. It came fast, but a lot in between.
My name is Lolita Owens, and I am a home care worker.
My name is Pedro Rodriguez. I am a community activist.
We are the Georgies. And
We're retired. Get up in the mornings at our own pace. We're retired. For 30 years, I've worked at General Motors on the line. I build cars. When you're picking up materials the wrong way, that can put a strain on your back, big time. And had I, say, picked up things the right way, I probably wouldn't have went through no back surgery.
I grew up in a household with 5 other siblings. I'm the oldest. In our house, there were always conversations about politics and about the world. So that had a big influence on forming my consciousness.
I've tried other businesses, but I still come back to home care. I still come back to taking care of people. My mother and my grandmother were my examples, seeing them help people out, just doing it because they couldn't do it for themselves.
we worked hard. I really think that's kind of leveled us out. Now we're not able to do as much as we wanted to do. We had gone through a lot of our savings with Robert's health conditions. So then I realized we can't move the same way we did financially. It's not a weekly income, it's a monthly income. So that really took a big jolt.
We have people who are in this industry that take care of people and they themselves don't have health insurance. How crazy is that? And for a while, I didn't have insurance for myself at all. And I just said, Lord, just don't let me get sick. I'm being the doctor for myself because our system is so fractured.
Frederick Douglass put it beautifully. Power concedes nothing without struggle. It never did, it never will. In Philadelphia, if you are 65 and older, you can ride for free on the public transit. I remind people that was not one day the city fathers woke up and say, hey, why don't we make it easier for people who are retired senior citizens to move around the city by providing this free benefit? No, that was a struggle that involved thousands of senior citizens and retirees in the city to force the city to do that.
When it comes to healthcare and home care and coming and making sure that people have what they need to have, you gotta fight for it sometimes. You gotta make people sit up and listen, so to speak. I got health insurance because of the advocacy that I've done. My consumer had gaps in service, and then because of that gap, she ended up getting bed sores. So I had to advocate for her to get 24-hour care, and I didn't stop until she did.
Systemic change is indeed possible. You can go after a problem gradually, but sometimes you can do episodic. You make a drastic change and benefit a larger number of people.
I think that it's getting better, but it's
going to take some more work.
Yes, it's going to take much more work.
I believe it would have been totally mayhem and total chaos without the infrastructure that had been built for the last 50 years when the pandemic hit.
Each step is important. It's important, and they seem to be going in the right direction.
In the right direction.
But we have to continue to take and keep it in the forefront, not on the backside, but the forefront of everybody on all levels.
If we do our work, it is possible to have a country that realizes its promise.
Because of my children, because of my grandchildren. For their future, I'd like them to have justice and fairness
We need to start planning for the long run, for the long decade, for the next 50 years, and understand that what we do now is building for that future, for that reality.